Hello everybody and welcome to the Tuesday edition of Video Clips, and next week we'll start with some announcements. Summer semester starts at the Wellness Forum Institute and the Diet and Lifestyle Intervention course starts. So if you're going to take courses this summer, now is the time that you need to get enrolled. And we have a great workshop coming up on Thursday, May 30th, just a couple days from now. One of our in-house experts, Catherine Cook, is going to talk to you about Eat Right for Your Type. So if you're tired of hearing about this book and arguing with people about it, and you don't want to read it yourself and you want just the straight skinny on what it's all about, tune into that conference call. There will be time for questions after she reviews the book. So anyway, some up-and-coming stuff there. So I've been reviewing this great book, Catastrophic Care, and I've spent time on it, first of all, because I assume most of you guys aren't going to read the book, so I'm going to give you all the highlights, and then if you read the book, that's great. If not, you kind of know what it says. But the other thing is I find that there are just so many important points in this book that need to be reviewed, because I think everybody shares the frustration. Why isn't healthcare getting cheaper? Why isn't it getting better? No matter what we do, it seems to make things worse. Well, picking up where we left off, cost sharing, which people dislike. They don't want to have to pay part of their healthcare bills, but it has the best potential to actually help. People are now required to pay more of their premiums, their co-pays, they have higher deductibles, they have to pay for part of their drugs, and it can make them more conscious consumers and get rid of this disconnect between consumers called the insurance companies that really drive up costs and keep consumers and customers of the medical system from knowing how much things really cost. And I just experienced this this week talking to a couple of different people who are very motivated right now to improve their health because of the amount of money they're spending on co-pays for the drugs. This is a good thing. This is consumers feeling the pinch of healthcare rather than, oh my gosh, somebody else is paying for it, I don't have to worry. Cost sharing has already resulted in one phenomenon that indicates that consumers can be taught to be price conscious, and that is medical tourism. It's estimated that over 1 million Americans travel overseas to have some type of procedure or treatment that is either cheaper or better than what's offered in the United States. High-tech, high-quality medicine can be a lot cheaper in a place where price matters, as it does in some countries. Even some employees are splitting the cost with employers, I should say, are splitting the cost with some employees to take advantage of these cost differences. And at some point, American institutions may have to start dropping their prices in order to compete. Other promising ideas are clinics and retail establishments like drugstores and Walmart and concierge services for the wealthy. While different in many ways, the common denominator is they offer a way to get the insurance company out of the way, deal directly with the provider. They offer immediate attention and simplicity. Concierge services have always been thought of as something that's only for the wealthy, but some companies are starting to offer these services to middle-class consumers for fees that range from $50 to $169 per month. This is possible because the companies don't take insurance, which drives up costs. Getting rid of insurance is one of the features of innovation, and of course all we ever hear is that if more people had insurance, this whole thing would be a whole lot better. Doctors like opting out of the reimbursement scheme too. They can then spend more time with patients and have more control over their practices. And by the way, in a fairly large medical practice, there may be 1 to 5 people who do nothing but billing insurance. That's how cumbersome this whole insurance thing has become. Island experts, remember healthcare exists on its own island, claim that the concierge and other services are only available to the wealthy, but they conveniently ignore the fact that insurance results in so much money being spent on administrative costs, and it's so inefficient at controlling costs that the true cost of care is much more accessible than most people know. Another thing that may tame the beast is online information sharing. In addition to people using social media, there are lots of online groups such as Patients Like Me, which offer ways for people to connect and learn more about how to take control of their health. These groups are interesting because they allow people to share a really wide diversity of insights and experiences ranging from the traditional to the highly experimental. And by the way, all of this seems to undermine the idea of that patient confidentiality is so important to everybody. While there is definitely a need to keep some information confidential, people are appearing to be a lot less concerned about this than the regulators that operate the beast proclaim. So anyway, I'll stop here and I'll pick this up again on Thursday. We only have a few more sessions of this book, and I hope you're not tired of it. But if we're going to solve this problem, we have to first understand what it is. So, as usual, feel free to pass this on to anybody who you think might enjoy hearing it, and I will talk to you Thursday.